We all have a public face and a private face. And even vicious man-eating predators can sometimes be, well, cute. This alligator is quite happy to be pet and hand-fed by her human friends, which makes a change from dragging them to the bottom of the river and ripping them to shreds. Sometimes you just need to cuddle an eel, as long as they're not the electric variety. Don't forget to tune in for the new underwater nature documentary, When Sharks Get Sexy. When this woman returned to the zoo after 2 months, the wolves she'd spent time socializing gave her a warm welcome. Well, okay, a cold welcome, with lots of warm wolf saliva. This wild rhino is just calmly wandering around the streets of this town in Nepal. What you don't see is him heading into the local nail salon to have his horn manicured. This guy doesn't have much in common with the lead singers of other rock bands. Well, apart from him being extremely hairy, of course. Here's a crocodile gently taking some food from a human, instead of the food being a human. When the chairman of the Aspinall Foundation, Damien Aspinall, introduced his wife Victoria to this young gorilla, it was love at first sight for both of them. This is what a crocodile looks like when he's smiling.
Oh, he's loving this. If he could purr, he'd purr.
All it takes is some love. This mother and son duo from Florida have raised 14 bears in their back garden, and nobody's ever been brutally attacked by them. Well, not yet. This is Casper the friendly alligator, but as this expert explains, he's still an alligator.
Oh, look at him, he's got his hand on my arm.
So he could also rip your friendly throat out in a matter of friendly seconds. This is one of those moments when, oh my god, turns into, oh how cute. Disclaimer, if a lion jumps into your car, this is not usually the outcome. Warning, do not try this with a tiger at home. Akimbo will accept no responsibility for loss of internal organs. Dogs aren't just man's best friend. Apparently, they get on well with polar bears, too. Public transportation should be for everyone, even potentially man-eating lions. True love is true love, no matter what background you come from, or species for that matter. If Winnie the Pooh was real, then this is what you imagine he'd look like. There may even be a small piglet just out of shot. This surprisingly gentle crocodile is happier to be fed than to hunt. We're assuming this isn't human flesh he's being fed. This isn't the first thing you'd expect to see poking out of a hatch in the wall, but just look at how happy this wildcat is to see his owner. Once again, when a lion leaps at you like this, the result is usually never this cute. Luckily, this tiger isn't genuinely chasing this man, because if he had been, then the end of this video would have been age-restricted. The Maine wolf of South America is neither a fox nor a wolf, but it looks like both and enjoys a snack in the company of humans. Have you ever seen a well-trained iguana? Well, you have now.
Good girl, I knew you could do that.
This lynx was caught on camera outside a woman's shop in Ontario, Canada. And, like a completely sane person, she decided to say, "Here, kitty kitty."
What's up, buddy? Come here.
This surprisingly tame wolf was happy to edge closer to this cameraman, as long as there was a snack involved. This cheetah is doing its best to look angry, but you can tell it just really can't be bothered. This guy is known as the Lion Whisperer and has gained their trust by doing all the things experts say you should never do with a lion. Well, okay, not all the things. This is a family video. This lady is clearly very friendly with a massive lizard in this video. Maybe that massive tongue has something to do with it. If you've ever doubted that domestic dogs come from wolves, then have a look at the way this furry guy reacts to being pet. The eldest of these 3 cheetahs shows his dominance by claiming the most comfortable bed as his own, whether the man in there likes that or not. This little guy freaked people out at first, until they realized he was as friendly as could be. I mean, yeah, he could murder them in seconds, but hey, he gives great hugs. It's nice to watch bears from a distance, but sometimes less nice to watch them up close. Who doesn't love a good massage? everyone, right? And being a tiger doesn't make any difference. Wolves can be very loving at times, when they're not under the command of Count Dracula, Prince of Darkness, of course. Given the number of times he gets spotted and runs away again, this baby Arctic fox would make a terrible pickpocket. But he still manages to eventually steal this fish. Bear hugs aren't usually considered a good thing for humans, but the bear at the Orphaned Wildlife Center are an exception.
Hello there.
This family were able to kiss, pet, and hug this friendly moose for 30 minutes, and she wasn't even interested in any of their food. Just that usual everyday moment when a polar bear pokes its head through your kitchen window asking for cookies. This black bear decided to gently trash the Christmas decorations outside his Florida home and even managed to ring the doorbell. To be fair, he probably just fancied a glass of eggnog. This guy clearly likes snakes, like a lot. But even the most ardent snake lover doesn't want to be buried under an avalanche of pythons. Who says cats and dogs can't get along? If humans were the same as these two, then there'd never be any wars anywhere. This moose came to say hello to this family in Alaska and wouldn't leave without some kind of snack.
Yeah, you like that, Steve? Yeah. It's yummy, huh?
So at first you might think that this dog is in trouble, but no, this dog is actually the foster mother of this lion and tiger, and even fed them as cubs with her own milk. Yes, nature is weird. If you want to see how closely related cheetahs are to our domestic cats, then simply stroke one until it purrs. You may want to check that your hand is still attached afterwards. This snake slithering around in the dark turned out to be a non-deadly and non-angry little water snake.
Wow, look at you, you're beautiful. Let's go find your big cousin.
This guy trained this huge crocodile to do a variety of things, and as you can see, it's as gentle as a puppy. Although, just like a puppy, they can occasionally bite your entire head off. This alligator is happy to use this man's legs as a ladder to reach his food, and doesn't even bother to take a few of his toes for dessert. Most people seeing a lion creeping up on them like this would lose control of their bodily functions. But this guy knows his furry friend is just playing. This elephant clearly recognizes the car and the owner when it stops to say hello to him. Either that, or he's just a fan of fine automobiles. This baby whale shark really enjoyed the bubbles created by these divers and kept circling back for more. And yes, those bubbles are just created by their air supply. Otherwise, that shark would probably be swimming in the opposite direction. This orangutan is the surrogate mom to this bunch of tiger cubs. Let's just hope she doesn't have to breastfeed them. Like most kids, this little girl loves nothing better than spending hours in the garden playing with her terrifying python. Not many kids can say they've ridden an elephant through the water, although to be fair, it is a pretty niche hobby. This is what is known in golf as a water hazard. If you can't afford a duvet, then this is a much cheaper and slightly more dangerous alternative. These two lionesses could rip this guy's head off in an instant, but they don't. Maybe it's because they're friendly, or maybe they're just saving him later for a snack. Look how gentle this domesticated fox is with this kid. It's like something out of a children's storybook, although you don't usually find the characters in the kids' stories feasting on raw meat. When you love your friends so much that you just can't stop licking them. Warning, this is not acceptable behavior for human-on-human friendships. Just loading the pets into the car for a nice day out before they kill us. Just like baby humans, baby elephants just want to play. Mind you, imagine changing a diaper from this little guy.
No, not yet. He's not done.
Watch this chivalrous lion kissing this dainty dog's foot. Just one of those wonderful friendships where your friend keeps trying to murder you every 30 seconds. This guy's trained this falcon so well that it isn't even slightly tempted to eat his face. Well, okay, maybe a little bit tempted. There's nothing more patriotic for an American than hand-feeding a bald eagle. When man and shark fall in love, The hardest part is hearing the music underwater. Yeah, these guys could be dangerous in the wrong circumstances, but they can also be so friendly and funny, you could die laughing. When a tiny dog and a tiny tiger get together, the results are massively cute. If you're feeling less scary and more friendly after watching this video, then don't be scared to be our friend forever by clicking subscribe.